Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is already Friday again. We're at the end of the week. It feels like yesterday. I said it last time. It's just crazy how fast time goes. But here we are. Here we are. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's get straight into it. Now, that was quite a bit of nasty price action yesterday. I could see the long, but I knew at some point here it was not going to give it, um, and I was waiting for a short here. But then we started moving up, and and that was my mistake. I thought we would have another short, but it was just a high resistance run all the way to the upside until here. It started moving after 1 o'clock, and then it topped out right here. I didn't take any of this move here. I passionately hate high resistance. I stay out of it. Um, it was just horrible to trade it. But yeah, I mean, ICT did a lecture. I haven't seen it. I just saw the start of it, and I think it's quite interesting. It was quite, in hindsight, it's quite obvious, right, that it wasn't going to go any lower from here anymore. Or actually retrace back into it. It could have retraced back into here. But yeah, I mean, this is so typical. Like I said, the move to the upside, it was very obvious. Everybody could see the upside. But I said straight away, they're not going to make it easy. They're going to take out the longs, everybody who is positioned themselves. Um, yeah, so I did not bank on this. And I missed there was a very nice move at pre-market prep. And I missed it because my account wasn't open. So I was a little bit upset about that. It was a quick move, 100 points. Everything was it was clean, it was fast, how I like it. I didn't bank on it, and I knew it's going to be a nest. I thought it's too easy to move to the upside because everybody could see it. Everybody can see we're going higher, right? So the FU. But yeah, did anyone bank on yesterday's long? I'm curious because it was a nice long though, but it's just I just stay out of high resistance. I avoid it like the plague. Still an almost 300-point move. Um, yeah, I didn't look at price action anymore after this time here anyway, but this was nice. Yeah, the longs are obvious, but the question is how? How are we going to get the last spike up? Um, we are rejecting here in an I believe, let me have a look. What did I mark here? Well, it's an old gap and also an old fair value gap. So the question is, does this now function as a inversion, and are we going to retrace from here, or are we going to go in this and go higher? One would argue we are at 90% of the weekly range. We have liquidity up here still, but it could also reject. um, we did invert this here. Let me see, do we have a body closure? Yeah, we have. I would still favor a move to the upside, but the question again is when and how are they going to do it, right? It's going to be a lot of manipulation, a lot of. Let me mark this wick here. Let me see where we're at on this wick. So it's Friday, no more news. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's so algorithmic. Look at the 0.5 is exactly at the end wall. This is here. Um, okay, I'm gonna keep this here. Hey Meredith, how are you doing? Yes, I'm ready for the weekend. Yeah, I love the weekends, but I love the weeks as well. I'm always surprised how fast the week passes by. I'm like, oh my god, it's already Friday. I can't believe it. It just feels like yesterday that I said, oh, I always know that I have to put on the weekly range on Thursday, and it was already yesterday. I'm like, oh my god, it's already that day of the week. So I'm just always surprised just how fast time goes. I don't know. It's just crazy. So yeah, so I know I already have to move within a year, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Nowadays, I would hate it if I would have to wait like a year to do something that I like. But now I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll probably blink with my eyes 2 times, and it's already time to make the move, right? So I'm like, yeah, time goes so fast, it's crazy. Um, but anyway, it's a positive in a way, right? So we get faster to the things that we want to, and I mean, you just have to enjoy the things that you like to do because time passes by. Hello, Vivek. You have a great day as well. Yeah. So for me, the question is, where are we going to turn? If we're going to turn, right? I guess so. Oh, let me just mark it a little bit. I didn't mark it properly. Here you go. Um, yeah, I would think we're going to go a little bit lower to go higher again for the time being. I do think we have more room to the upside. You know, it's very, look how Asia high has equal highs here, plus we have here. So definitely still bullish, but again, the question is how. I was bullish yesterday as well, but I was expecting. I said, yeah, I'm not going to go. I just had a very small trade to the upside, and then I said, I just want to go short from now on, just short, short, short. And um, I don't think I share that same feeling now as much as I did here. But yeah, I don't want to enter long when I see this 4 hour structure at the moment. So I just want to have a look how deep we are going. It will be risk off for me today. It's Friday. Yeah, I really was upset yesterday that I missed that move because I sort of knew like, ugh, that, you know, sometimes you know you have to take the opportunity and then mm, the rest of the day could be shitty, and it was. I did manage to take the short here, but it wasn't as good and clean as this trade here. It was literally just, it was so clean, so I was so happy with it. Everything just lined up. Everything, it was just shit happens. So sometimes I don't open up my accounts on purpose because I want to protect myself. So talking about, you know, like, okay, my first two trades, especially when I start the day, I want to be paper trades to see, is my brain working? Am I in, you know, is my head in the right space? Am I in a bad mood? Am I in a good mood? Am I reading price properly? Yeah, I'm reading price properly, but my execution is shit, you know. And so sometimes I just don't open up any of my accounts and I just do the paper trades here, which you guys see, right? And I do that on purpose to protect myself, to not get any uh, get tempted. So yeah, and sometimes I just forget because I do open them before New York because it has to be fast, and I just I did not do it, and then my passwords didn't go automatically, so I was late. So yeah. Let me close the. This weekend has flown by. If you ask me, I'm ready for the weekend too. Yeah. Are you gonna do something nice, Maret? Are you doing? Are you? Is it totally off charts or just? Hold on, I'm gonna close the curtains a little bit because the sun is coming in. No, Gigi. Okay. No, 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 no. No. Oh my God. My There you go. My seat has been stolen. You know, I stand up and my kitty catty is already watching. I can taking my seat. You can sit with me. I'll sit on the. I'll sit here. So Marat, yeah, are you? Did you have a good week, or how did you? How was your week this week? How did you do? Um, totally off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it. I also was. feeling a bit like, oh, maybe I should also take more time off the charts in between the mentorship and the. But I do wanna. I watch ICT's lectures. I like watching them just to see. Oh, because he hasn't shared a lot of new stuff, but it's the little things sometimes. You think it's the power of repetition. And you're like, oh shit, I never looked at it that way. Or he marks out, for example, specific video arrays that I haven't looked at. So it always helps me. I love just acquiring knowledge, and I just don't have time for it during the week anymore. So I need to do that in the weekend. But yeah, it's good to have some time off the charts. And I realized that also, like lately, last week, I was thinking, yeah, I would love a day um, just not having to focus on it. But then again, when it's too long, I get like, oh my god, I want to know what's going on. You know, going out with friends. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Yeah. So I favored the short for now, guys. If I'm looking at, like I said, the 4 hour, it's 2 o'clock. We have a new 4 hour. This looks like we might have a little bit of continuation still, I would say. I don't see it change from here up to back up again. I think we might have a little bit lower. Um, that's the 4 hour. See, the 50% of the wick matches really nice with the end dog, so I really like this area. But let's have a look if it can get all the way, if it wants to take out at least this liquidity, which I can see happening. 802, yeah, it looks like it wants to distribute to the downside. Hey, what are you doing, Gigi? You want to sit with me? Okay, it's okay. It's okay, my love. Yeah? You want to sit with me? My little girl. Hmm? My little girl. You want to say something? Say something in the mic? You want to say something? Okay, I need to do some checks. Hold on, guys. I forgot something to do. Um, I guess if I'm going to do a poll and ask, are we bullish or bearish? Most people will say bullish, I would say so. But I'm going to do a poll, and let's zoom in into London session for now. And then we'll do different polls for later on as well, because I think, yeah, let's do a poll. A bias for up to London Open. So let's keep it up to London. So the next hour. By oh, oh my little munchkin. Bias for next hour up to. Can I type? Why do you always find a way to sit exactly in where I need to be? She, my cat, is here sitting. You can see her head. You can see her ears here. Bias for next hour up to London Open Eastern. What do you think, Gigi? Are we bullish or are we bearish today? Up to London Open. What's your mommy do? Bullish, bearish? Laat maar zitten. There we go. Uh, okay. You want to go up? You can go up. But go that way. Don't go this way. No, 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 no. No, not this way. I said not this way. Okay. Not this way. And I totally have no authority here. Okay. Um, I see you short, but I don't know if I really want to enter it. I don't really like this area that much. Bearish 75%, bullish 25%. Okay. Am I on live, by the way? Is Meta? Yeah, live chat. Okay, I'm on live. Mm-hmm. Hello. Hi. Hi. No, 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 no. You're gonna ruin my setup, my love. Oh, let me mark my. I forgot to mark 150. So 1 minute. To 10. It's Amil. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? Okay, so we are in the macro. We were already going lower, but again, these small candles. I just, my thoughts on those. I'm allergic to that, literally. Let me check for 30 seconds. I just want to see something. How we moving? Yeah, I think I will just go lower from here, but uh, we get here. Everything is sorted here. Yeah, I don't think we have any reasons to go up now before just going low. Yeah, I think we'll distribute just lower for the time being. 215. I think it's just. I'll paper trade a short here. We're leaving the area as well here. We're leaving that gap that I marked. So I'm just. I don't think we have to. We can go higher than here. Um, I'm just. This is still paper trade, guys. I'm gonna aim for 770. Now this is a little bit tricky because we are reacting at the bottom of this area, though. Yeah, I should have waited. Okay, so this is already telling me that I'm too. Um, I should wait for a candle passing through this one to enter because that gives me the confirmation that we're really leaving the area. But let's see. Hope it gets now. Otherwise, I'll be stopped out. Could be that it goes one more time here and then maybe leaving the area because you always get like these zones can be very sensitive. There we go. I should have waited. It's okay. That's why I paper trade. See, that's okay. It'll give me a better. If it goes higher, it'll give me a better entry, and I'll make up for the loss. So I'm not taking it off. I need to journal this if I get stopped out. I'm not touching my and the stop loss placement is also. That's why you paper trade. So bearish, 71%. Most of you are bearish. I'm bearish too, but I might be stopped out before I get my proper bearish trade. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see if it doesn't spike back. That's what I wanted to say. Let's see if it stays out of that range. It needs a body closure below. 17. 18 past 2. I'm actually going to raise my TP to. Oh, I already did. Okay, I already did. Yeah, I don't trust this at all. I should be stopped out. Did I mark the area? Let me check if I marked it correctly. It's okay if I'm stopped. No, no, no. Did you stay there? Stay there. Stay there, my love. Be good girl. Okay, I don't think it will go up anymore that much. 2%. 15-minute candle. It's still 11 more minutes to go. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. We might get a very firm reaction at 795, so I'm wondering if I should take it off, but it's such a small trade then. It's a wrong trade on my end. It's just not a smart trade. I'm not really happy with it. I would rather be stopped out on this one, to be honest. I don't like my entry. It is. Um, Uh, 229,911,00. I think 29. I think there's one digit too many, but I think you mean 29 somewhere here, right? I think here. Was my interest to the downside? I hope it get to 770. Yeah, well, I think it can get there, but the thing is, that 795 here, because we're gonna sweep. A lot of the times it sweeps. This is Asia low, right? A lot of the time you see it sweep and then it goes back up. But this looks nice though. Let's see if it wants to push through. 795. Let's see if we get a reaction here or not. No, no, no. Oh, yeah. GG. Now go. Well, this looks more than a sweep now, right? Because we have a body closure through it, so that looks positive. I still don't like the trade though that I took, but um, okay, let me break this to break even. If it does spike up, it's not going to be a losing trade, even though it's only a paper trade, doesn't matter. Two 23. 769. Speed going to kick in. I don't think it's going to be speedy. It's not the time. I think the speed really is just not really. It's going to be a very slow drip. I think for speed we have to wait until to fit maybe London. I hope, but I don't know. I wish for I hope. I hate this slow movement so badly, guys. You know it. I just and these smoke candles and just there's not really displacement and just that slow move and just slowly trickling up or down. It's just if I would have a large trade, I would rather paper trade it and journal it than have it on my own account or I don't want to even bank on it, to be honest. I actually want to stay out of it personally. So I'm still trying to improve my knowledge to identify them better, to stay out of them, and just I either paper trade them or and then just wait for the faster move that comes afterwards. It doesn't always come straight after them, right? Because sometimes we had days that everything was high resistance. But I'm getting better at identifying it and staying out of it. most of the times. And sometimes I do miss a move. I was looking at that move. I still haven't journaled it, by the way. That move on, that was London. I think that was Wednesday, right? That move to the downside. There was a large distribution move. And I still have to figure out if I would have been able to take. I don't think so. I think I would have missed that one. Um, that was the one out of accumulation. I tend to miss those more than. Um, it was nuts. What was nuts? It's on you. You mean that move in London, the one that went to the downside? Did you take it? Did you take any of that? Sure. It's on you. I think I haven't seen you all week. Or am I mistaken? Now, I haven't been here on Wednesday though. But where's Mether? Is Mether here? I think. Oh, he did say he couldn't. He might not make it. I think he said it in pre-market prep though. So, where are the Germans? Where are the Germans? Where are the Germans? Where's chaos? We have more Germans. Where are my Germans? My Germans have left me. I've been miss you. You missed my lies. Well, that's okay. I mean, okay. So initially, I was aiming for the 50% of that 4-hour wick, right? But because the end dog is here, I raised my TP to the top of this end dog. So I do. So well, we'll see what happens, right? If it wants to go to this midpoint or does it react here? This is just for me a safe exit. I try to get also frame smaller trades, like for in London. But I want to be like having safe exit. So I would rather let a part of the move run. And because what happened a lot of the times with me lately is that my TPs were a little bit too far out, and it would go there, but it would go there maybe an hour later because then it retraces, and yeah, you don't want to sit through an hour for just another 20 points, right? So then you see all your it goes all the way back, and then sometimes it goes like, oh yeah, and then it's, if you have your stop loss, if your entry wasn't the perfect one, you're going to be stopped out. So I'm trying to get, this where I want to improve my trading, to find that sweet spot to still have larger runs, but still have my TPs in a safer spot that I still get out, and I might miss, I give up 20, 30 points, for example, but then at least I'm out. I don't have to wait another hour for this last 20. It's not worth it, right? An hour for just 20 points, if you get what I mean. Um, hey, Fox. Hey, Fox. Sorry. Hello, Ben. You're the only London trade that matched my trading behavior. Okay, well, that's nice to hear. I don't suit. I'm not for everyone. I know that. There was one time, it was really funny, and I think even Patrick Whelan would have laughed. There was one guy, I think it was a guy, who said that I can't remember. Um, I think I had a wrong, my bias, something was wrong. I think I had a wrong analysis, or my bias was wrong, and I put on a paper trade, I believe. And he says, "Oh, you're too much risk. I'm going back to Patrick Whelan's." I'm like, "What?" I had my stop was very, very conservative. It was like, and I'm like, it was just the wrong analysis. And I think even Patrick Whelan would have laughed. Like, yeah, dude. That was so funny that I was compared to Patrick Whelan. I was more risky there than Patrick Whelan. Okay, I might be stopped out here. That's okay. Okay, there we go. Um, Interesting. It didn't hit the end dog. It went below the event horizon, but yet we still turned here. I think it's still lower. I mean, it's still 231. I like the time. That's a new one. Yeah, it was very funny. I was just, I had, I mean, it was so. I think that was the joke of the month. I think. Yeah. And I think also Patrick, if Patrick, I mean, he doesn't even know my existence, but if he would even have heard it, he would like, what? She's too conservative for me. That was so funny. Okay, let's see if it wants to go back up, maybe all the way here. Inversion already. So on my paper trade, I moved it to my to zero loss, so that's okay. That gives me another opportunity without any, you know. I do like this candle. I also like the time. So, but we might go a little bit higher again, guys. So, um, 230. We're gonna go back. This is an old. Remember, I showed you on the 4 hour. I had to look. What did I mark? And it's this 4 hour Sibi. There's also a little gap here. I want to mark. This is a nice long. 234. Let me. I'm gonna paper trade along from here. Mm, a little bit lower. Oh, there you go. Stopped out again. Okay, that tells me the market is not favorable for me to trade at all. I'm staying out. Ah, I still like the upside before going lower. So I'm gonna wait for a short. Or if it wants to go lower from here, I'll wait for a long. I just don't want it to be in this price action. But so it's using the inversion here. Now inversions sometimes fail, right? This might be one of those situations. We are about we're back into that Sibi. I hope you. Some price action for London session. It seems. Yeah, but I think it's still bearish though, to be honest. We're on our way down to this one, so I think the bullishness is stupid maybe. My willpower. Yeah, I don't give up easily, but um, it's just more of like, okay, what do I want in life? It's more of, okay, Lance, let me share. Okay, so for me, in order to live the life that I'm living, to be able to travel or live where I want to live, I need money. And I'm also like, yeah, it's really hard. Even though I have an IT background and I have I could do online work, but it was really hard to find the job that I wanted. And the trading just is actually the only way for me to make it work. So I had to really decide, okay, either I'm going to focus on that or I'm going to try to find an IT job online, and which was something I didn't want to go back to my old line of work because I wanted a change of life, so I moved to a different country. So you wanted to it's not really willpower. I think it actually comes more to survival, I guess. It's either I go back to Europe, to the Netherlands, go back to the rat race, find a job, um, or I had to make this work and fight for it. So I think it basically comes down to survival and, making a choice what I want in life. What do I have to do for it? Um, and I submitted to studying literally for a couple of years for more than 8 to 12 hours per day, with including screen time, journaling, looking at the market, price action, looking at just candles print, finding algorithmic signatures, reverse engineering continuously. But yeah, it comes down to basically survival, I guess. I would say. Lens, it's very dangerous when you have no income and you are depending on and you're putting the pressure on the trading. That you need it, because that's the worst place to be in. The best place to be in is to have no pressure of having to need the money, so you can submit to the process more and to the time element. Because when you need the money, you're pressuring yourself, right? Yeah. Yeah, it would be the best if you have a job, and then from that job on, you study, you try to take the time to learn to work on your process, on your models. In the meantime, you don't have to worry about the income part. But I had to deal with that, though, because I was like, okay, well, I still had money, but I was like, okay, I do need to make it work fast, otherwise I'm running into problems. I won't get a visa, I won't get anything. So, but yeah, it's another layer of stress which doesn't help in your process. It's frustrating. It's really hard, but yeah. So I think the best situation is having something on having another income stream while you're getting your act together. But yeah, it's hard. Hey guys, we're doing the hardest thing. The market is designed for us. It's designed to take our money. It's by design. It's not personal. It's by design. So you need to figure out, you know, how to beat them, and only you just. But it's by design. They want our money. We are liquidity. So that's why you should be very thankful for ICT sharing his knowledge, how the markets really book. Um, and then still, I mean, that knowledge is not enough. You still need to find. You have to make it your own. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, Lance, but you're saying you're going through your savings, which is stressful if you are going through your savings, right? Um, uh, the thing is, we all need money to live. That's the problem. But it's very easy to always say don't focus on the money amount, but we do need money to pay the rent. We do need money to live, whatever. So we all do it for the money eventually. But um, and the irony of the whole thing is when people would also tell me focus on the process, it was really hard when I was not profitable because you 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 measure your profitability against being consistently profitable. So there's a money amount attached to it, right? So it's sort of like weird to say detach yourself from the money, and I totally realized that it became easier for me to say it while I was profitable. So the hardest part is detaching yourself from the money, from the outcome when you're not profitable, and it becomes easier when you are profitable. So it's sort of like a weird, very weird concept, right? Because you measure yourself with the money first, at first. Now, there was a light bulb moment for me when I was break even, and the break even phase is the longest phase, and you think you're not going anywhere, but then your P&L doesn't show it, but on your journal you can see that you're getting trades, you're seeing things more, and actually break even is a good phase because you're not losing anything, but you're also not winning, and you can't call yourself profitable, but break even is actually already such a growth because you just need a little bit of tweaking. But it's I totally understand. It's very easy to say, yeah, yeah, detach yourself, but yeah, but it doesn't feel like it works in a way. When we measure, everything is about, are you consistently profitable? Are you profitable? Yeah, how do we measure profitability? Yeah, that money is with money, right? So it's sort of weird. I totally get it. But um, I think that's why it's so much easier if there is no pressure that you use any money of your either savings, or you need the money to pay your rent from coming from trading, that you have another income. So that makes it maybe a little bit easier to detach yourself from the outcome. But then again, we still measure the outcome by, are you profitable or not, right? So it's sort of like, it's a very weird concept. But the moment I did detach myself from the outcome, I did make a lot. I grew very faster. But I still understand the struggle because I also had very a hard time accepting it. Like, yeah, what do you mean detach myself from the outcome? I want to make money. I need to live of it. Um, how do I measure myself? How do I measure my growth, right? If I'm not profitable, so it's sort of like, yeah. But then again, that break even phase, somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I sort of like that sort of like gave me, in all fairness, I think I could not detach myself sooner than in the break even phase. If I'm totally honest with you guys, I think I also, the phrase detach yourself again. Yeah, detach yourself. Yeah, what do you mean? I want to make money. I want to get there. But I don't think I was able to do so until I was in the break even phase. And that was because one of my mentors, he pointed, he said, you're really close, you're gonna be fine, you're really close. And I said, yeah, it doesn't feel like that. And then I saw a video of someone about the break even phase, and then I was like, okay, I understand now. I have to be more patient. I have to I have to tweak some things, but I'm close. And then at some point I felt it, and then I focused really more on the process and more on, okay, what am I missing? What? So I really had to even journal more and deep dive more into what I was doing, and then Yeah, after that, it didn't take that. It still took a little bit of time, but yeah. But in all honesty, I can hear myself say it. Yeah, detach yourself. And then I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that easy for you to do that as well. Until I was in the break-even phase. Hey, Mr. Chaos, I was wondering where are my Germans? Where are the Germans? My Germans are gone. Yeah, what's the point of money if you have no time? Yes. Yeah, Lance, it's a balancing act, right? You have to balance, find the way that works, and yeah. But I totally realize it. It's very easy to say, yeah, yeah, and just detach yourself from the money amount. But then again, I don't think it's very easy to do so, actually. I search for a career path with merit-based income rather than a salary or hourly pay. Trading fits my vision, the perfect hedge for longer-term holdings. Yeah, I mean, if you know what you are comfortable with, you need to stick to it, but also make sure that you don't get yourself into more trouble by, eating up all your savings, for example. So it was very funny. Germans invading. Well, it's only you, guy. The Germans are not good at invading nowadays because it's only you. Where's Company Man? I haven't seen Company Man car all week, by the way. I know Mether said something in pre-market prep that he wouldn't make it maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I am on live chat, so I wouldn't miss his. So you're the only German. Hey Lance, if you have no money, it's real. The problems are real. I wouldn't say that. It's just for me. Also, I calculate everything against freedom. How much money do I need to have freedom? I don't live a luxury life, but I do need money to live where I live. I live a little bit more on the expensive side because I pay for security. I live in places where it costs a little bit more to live, but it's still I'm not having an over luxurious life. I live actually a very simple lifestyle, but obviously what I do does cost money to live where I live. But if I compare it, if I have a home with ocean view, rooftop, for the amount of money that I pay here, I would never get that in the Netherlands. I would never get that in a Western country where I would be part of the rat race. I would most likely pay 3 or 4 times as much the rent that I pay here, maybe even more. I don't know. But it's still expensive for maybe some people. But then again, I don't wear expensive watches. I just, I'm very simple basically. But just having freedom costs money. Living a life of freedom. I'm going to move to the bush. I will have hippos in front of me. I will have the bush. It's not cheap, but it's still possible. It's not that expensive either. But I don't drive a fancy car. I just have a Suzuki Jimny. You know, but everything costs money. um, but yeah, it's all about freedom for me. It's just about having the simple life that I want. I want some just nice food, travel, and experience freedom, having the freedom of choice. Um, Mr. Kate, you didn't see me yesterday. Hey, Companyman Carl. Hey, there he is. How are you doing? We were missing you. Oh, okay, didn't saw you yesterday. It was for Companyman Carl. I get you. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was here yesterday. I remember yesterday. People were telling me that I had a bad mood. I don't know where they get that from. I have no idea where they got that from. You know what's so funny? I'm working with a new idiot at work, so my workload has doubled, trying to compensate for his income. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, we are talking about income streams. So, um, It's always good to have a job while you're still learning to trade or while you're actually trading, right? Even with the incompetence. So you know what I noticed, guys? It's so funny because I noticed that when some people really irritate me or something irritates me, it's hard for me not to show it. And I always notice that the men in the OGs, and especially those who have wives or female or daughters, they're like, don't say anything now. Do not say anything. They when I go scorched earth, they're like, shh, don't say anything. No, 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 no. This is not the time. This is not the time. Oh, it's so funny. I love it. Yeah, hey, Lance, there's nothing better than Q. I mean, for me, NQ is still my, the relationship I have with NQ. Uh, you know, so for me also now, for example, okay, I got stopped out here. I have one paper trade loss now. One was, and then it just tells me, you know what, just stay out. It's not, it's going back and forth for the time being. Like I said, I think it will go up again, let it go up, and then I'll look for another short or not. We'll see. I mean, I do think we're going to go lower at some point. And but then again, it might not even reach 50%, right? Because it wants to go higher again. And it's Friday. Friday is a day that we stop trading or we're very careful. It's the last day. Oh, let me. What was the poll? Bearish. Oh, we swapped from bearish 62% now to bullish 19%. Accumulation 90%. Okay, I'm gonna do a new poll. Well, no, let's wait until the London opens. So, but price action has been difficult this whole week, I think, right? I can't remember every day anymore. I did have a few good days, but I know I found price action not very easy this week, in all honesty. Trading is great, but having a stable job with benefits like medical insurance is a safety net for now. Once I can completely replace it, then I will leave work. Yes, that's the best way to go. If you have that luxury, it's the best way to do it. You have to sit through the annoyance of having to deal with a colleague, but then again, uh, you're still building a skill for life. Company maker, what do you actually do? What line of business? What's your line of business? Yeah, nothing else is. I remember I started with ES, by the way. I learned most of I learned a lot on ES, but then once I got into NQ, once I got had more knowledge and I felt comfortable, there was just I don't know. But see, this is a difficult area to trade in. We took liquidity. We are Asia low. I mean, the question is, when are we going to go back? How much lower does it want to go back up, or um, tricky. We took out this low here. Oh, I see. We went into this imbalance here on the 50 minutes. I see. I missed that one. You see this one, guys? We went into this one here. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This one doesn't really do a job. This one is the one we should be looking for. Let's see. That is the imbalance it has been using. You little naughty one. I missed that one. Are we ready to go up now? Okay, okay. Maybe this is the move for the upside already, guys. This might be the move already to the upside. Anyone long? Product development and financial services. I also started with ES, but always knew NQ was my goal. ES didn't last long. I've dabbled in gold, silver, and all but drawn. Yeah, I've got the same. I took GC off my thumbnail as well because people are like, yeah, do gold. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really care about gold. I just care about NQ. NQ is my love, even though sometimes he's horrible. It goes to saying, I guess I've got the same choice in men as in with NQ, right? Yeah, I don't think you get much better in real life. I like the complicated ones, I guess. Retail banking and short-term insurance. It sounds fancy, but it's boring. It sounds boring. It doesn't sound fancy at all, company man Carl. It sounds boring. But it's good. Boring is good, right? I mean, if it makes money, it makes money. I've come from the corporate world, from corporate life, and at some point I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm just solving man-made. All issues are created by men, are by humans. I'm just solving unnecessary problems that are created by the people themselves, and it felt so useless at some point. I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing? I have a buy limit at 805. What do you think about that? 805. Yeah, yeah. So you're long. You want to go long? Okay, the thing that's bothering me is the end dog here. I'm just wondering if it still wants to go into this wick here, which 0.5 is here. So we have this little gap here, but we sort of retested it very beautifully. So I'm still waiting. Well, let's see what this open does, right? 805. So yeah, you want to take it from the Asia range again. Look, if I look at this, I'm still seeing bearish structure to the downside. So that's why I don't want to go long yet. I don't see. I really want to see it turn. So I myself would not. I find it too risky for the time being. See, this could be a nice future order block, and then we go lower, right? So, but we also have a gap here. I don't know. It could be. It could be. But let's see if it holds. Um, for me, I try not to trade against the trend. If I see a candle like this, and also the 4 hour, I still think we were expanding to the downside. I don't like the level here. I would myself, I would wait a little bit longer. But hey, you could be right here. But then I think it might be accumulation here. I just don't like the structure for a long on the 4 hour yet. But we could turn. Um, but look here, we have a that 4 hour. This structure doesn't make sense to me to go back into a long from here. So 3 plus 3. But I like what they're doing. We took up high here. Um, it's a bit too risky for me in the sense of this end dog and the zero 0.5 level here. Um, yeah. Yeah, but I can see the long as well. I mean, it could. The thing is, it's one of those areas that you're like, okay, does it want to go one leg lower, or are we going to go back up from here? So, um, you could retest this order block, go one leg higher and retest this. So if I would be long, I wouldn't stay in it too long. Let me put it that way. I do like this structure. I mean, it looks. I mean, I can see the bullishness though. I can see the trade, but I can also see it to the downside because of this level here, and I just don't like this. I mean, I try not to go against the higher time frame trend. And the 1 hour. Okay, we got a new hourly candle here. Are you in chaos? If I would be in a long, I would use this as an order block just to sort of like take it, be safe. If it wants to go higher from here, and then it start disrespecting this area, the between the yellow lines, that would be bullish. But I would watch this. I don't trust it too much yet. Um, but we're accumulating again. I think we're on our way to the downside though still, but not in a straight line. So yeah, I would be careful with the long. But hey, does anyone in my stream watches the ICT lectures? Uh, where's midnight? Daily open. This might be a nice trade, but I wonder if we're going to get it now. I don't think so. Mm, 695. Yeah, I think we have to go back to 29,780-ish first before we go up. 29. Yeah, let's say 29,690-ish. Then I would be interested in a long 29,690. That will be somewhere around here. Um, let's say around the event horizon here. That will be my interest for a long area here. If I want to go long, I would rather be short. Yeah, I don't like the long anymore. I think we're going to distribute lower. I might get interested in a short. Let's see if it's time to go. Yeah, you see, it's already, we're already further halfway. So I think we're going to distribute at least to here and then maybe even to here. Maybe even here. Yeah. Company may call yourself as, hey, Arafat, how are you doing? Sorry, I missed your question. I am at a consulting firm, which is probably even worse than a bank. You're so funny. Ah. Okay, you're out. Yeah, I wouldn't like the long either. I would be careful a little bit. You can see how we haze at 3 o'clock. We're below 3 o'clock already. As long as you have AC, I hate AC. I never use AC almost, even though when it's really hot. Um, I always get sick from AC. Okay, I'm still not touching it. I really want to see. I might have to wait for the first displacement and then get another trade afterwards. But I really want to see confirmation that it's time to. I just don't want to be stuck in this area for accumulation. Um, it's going to chop up your longs. It's going to chop up the shorts. But yeah, I like the. I still think we're distributing to the downside. But you guys know it's slow. I hate this. I think we're making our way down to here at some point. Okay, what phase are we in on the? Let's talk market maker models. it's just it's just visual. No, it still could go up. It could still go higher again as well here and then go lower. I can still see that happening. It's a very tricky area. But we've got unfinished business here in the orange, in the yellow box anyway. So I like the short idea. What did I say? 700-ish here. Maybe 25, 660. 505. Oh, sorry guys. Um, I don't think it will go. I think it's just on its way down, but very slow. Um, very slow. On the other hand, yeah, I really like that 740 level. I think I might take a short to 740-ish. Um, did I say 740? It was here. 740, 60 points. Yeah, I think I might get into it. I'm still paper trading, guys. Uh, I'm gonna wait, see if I can get some algorithmic signatures that I really like. After that is 740. Did I say 740? Do I really like 740? 690. I prefer 690 though. But, but. Um, yeah, 690. Yeah, I like a short all the way to 690, and from there on, I might consider a long 690 or 740-ish. Let's if it runs to 740 to 690, but I think that's where I would like to go for a long. Let's see. I want a short to 690. I think I'm gonna get position myself. This is still paper trade, but if I get more confirmation, I will go on my account, and I'm gonna do it to 690. This one might take a little bit longer, but I don't think we're gonna see. This is what I want. Is my account open? I'm still waiting for a little bit more confirmation. I do like it. Yeah, I'm what time is it? 3:15. This would be. We're gonna have a reaction here, maybe to the upside. I might add. Um, yeah, I like the Okay, let's see. We might have to wait to the macro though. I don't hope I'm being stopped out here. If it stops me out here, I might re-enter again here. If it does go here, because we've got some equal highs here, I then I'll just re-enter. I'm okay. Let's see how small my stop is. But I want to be positioned if it does start falling. I think it's a short though. Um, 0.5. This is here. We're gonna have a reaction here definitely. Here. What is this here? If it stops me out, I will position myself. But I'm looking for a short. I'm more interested in a short than a long. And then maybe from later on, pre-market, I might be more interested in a long. But yeah, if it stops me out, I'm not in my account yet. I need to go to the bathroom quickly. Let me go. I'm not. This is just a paper trade still, guys. Nothing real. Oh, I'm already stopped out. Good. My jacket. Where did I put my? Oh, what's going on Wimbledon today? Are there any good? Any good? Oh, I've got money coming. Any good plays today on? Who's playing today in Wimbledon? Fritz? No, that's old. Terry Zverev, Sinner Djokovic. I want to see that game. Sorry, pre-market prep. Nope, no, I'm just joking. It's 3:15, so it is in pre-market. So I have to miss the first start of the game. That's okay. You're worth it, pre-market preppers. Sinner Djokovic will be on, so it might be a shorter one. No, we have to make money fast this time. Oh, yeah. Okay, I really want to see that one. Um, Man, Djokovic, he's really, I mean, for tennis, he's really old actually, but he plays really good still. Anyone else watches the Wimbledon? Is it? Let's have a look at. Are they decoupled? If they're decoupled, I don't even wanna. I'm gonna add NQ or ES also to this tab because I normally look at it, but I took it off on this one. But let me have a look. Where is my little tab? Here we are. So when I'm looking at the 1 hour on ES, it went into a fair value gap. So you would think it would go higher from there, right? On ES, actually. ES looks more bullish. Now NQ also looks bullish, but it could go much lower though. Also, ES could dig deeper into that fair value gap, I guess. Um, yeah, I can see NQ going much lower as well. 7560. Ooh, that level was used yesterday as well. I like 7560 on ES, so I think ES also wants to go a little bit lower before going higher. I don't. I think I favor the short, but the question is when and how. Let's short to go long at some point. I hope to be able to go long later today. I have a bullish bias for later. I need to do something on my phone quickly. Hold on, guys. Meanwhile, it's just consolidating. Who said consolidating? 14%. Hey, Richard, how are you doing? What's your bias, Richard? Richard, I got that short. I was complaining I want a short, but then the long started, and I did not catch that long. It was high resistance, and I thought we might have another low, but ICT did a lecture, and in hindsight, it made sense that we were going higher from that point. But I didn't take it. It was just high resistance. I hate that with passion. So I did not take that move to the upside. I had that short to the downside. I missed that first trade. Remember that I framed and out at 9:36. That's why I was really upset about it because I just wanted to be quick and be done, 100 points and be done, um, instead of sitting through this price action. But yeah, no, I did not catch that long. It was a very slow grind up, very very. Yeah, I hate that with passion. I hate high resistance runs with passion. You know it. Um, oh, you mean on that short? Um, I have to check again. It was a good short. I think it was over 100 points. Let me check. I think it was 140 points or something. I'll go over this. I'll go over it. You were there, weren't you? Let me just, I need to do something on my for my bank. Why is my phone not working? Yeah, I mean, this is, the not the fear that I have, but just something that I want to stay out of is this accumulation phases that but it's hard sometimes, right? But if I get stopped out a couple of times, I know, okay, you know what, it's either accumulation or I'm just wrong, and then I just know I have to stay out, unless you want to trade it, but I don't. I try to only do the low resistance, but obviously sometimes. Um, Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it's very low probability. I know. London. I mean, that's what I said a lot. That's why I saw that trade to the downside. Was it Wednesday? I wasn't there. That large move. I'm still not sure if I would have. I think I would have missed it. I said that before, but besides that, lately it's just been consolidation, right? When I'm on London, I just feel like I'm literally watching consolidation all the time. So that's why I'm sort of like, um, I like the pre-market prep time better because we have, even though we have to wait a little bit before, but it's sort of like you have the data of the London session, and then when we get the trade, sometimes we have a very fast trade. That's the goal of the pre-market prep. The trade that I missed myself. That's what I do with what I want to focus on. Fast setup, very clear setup, in out, done before 9:45 preferably. Um, so I tend to my favorite. I favor that time because it just gives more opportunity there. But I don't mind to tape read. But I feel sometimes I would like to watch the market, but because I'm straight, I would rather do something else. Meanwhile, I'm watching the market, so it feels like I'm. Uh, so I don't want to say that streaming is a waste of time, but watching consolidation for hours um, is not fun, right? Now it's easy to talk whatever but um, submitting to time is fine, but I want to be a little bit more proactive and use my time, like maybe prepare lessons or do something else or work on my models, things like that, or just do something else. And meanwhile, having one eye on the market and set an alarm and wait for it to be done. Because lately we've had accumulation zones, not for just 1 hour, and sometimes they have been days. They've been whole sessions, and that's the point, right? And that's what's a little bit like with London lately. That I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of accumulation in London. I mean, let's go. I mean, let's go over the 15 minute. here. We've had literally 2 days. I think it was Monday and Tuesday. This is um, I think Monday. Oh, this was a drop right here. Oh no, that was not the drop. What was? Oh, this was the drop here. The nice drop on in London. I mean, that was a beautiful drop. But look, this area here. This area was from 115 all the way to New York Open. All the way to New York Open. This one range. And you can see here again, on Thursday, yesterday, we were in the same range again, right? I said, oh, we're back in the range. You can see it's going back and forth. That was yesterday. It was in the same range yesterday. So um, yeah, I mean, it's just a lot. Um, Now, I do like it that can we use the voice channel in your Discord for trading? I might join and wait for someone to join me to trade together. Yeah, that was the point of the voice channel. Definitely, Chaos. Yes. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, you can backtest there as well together, trade together. Yeah, and I might join after pre-market prep as well sometimes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, please do, and let me know if you want to test it if everything works. Because maybe I need to adjust because it hasn't been used by any. I have tried it myself, but some settings have changed lately. But yeah, test it and let me know if it works, and then yeah, feel free. I'll definitely hop in myself. So here again, I mean, look at this. It's the same thing over and over and over. There we go again. So okay, we're going to do a new poll. After this accumulation, are we going to go bearish or bullish, or are we going to continue until open, New York Open? I'm just going to do bias, bullish, bearish, accumulation. What is your bias for the next few hours? I would say accumulation. Here we go. My bias is Germans invading the voice channel soon. The Germans are coming. Yeah, I think that would be really nice, Mr. Chaos, to do. I was like, that was actually the point of the backtesting channel, also just the lounge channel, just to hang out. But yeah, I mean, let's start using it. I would love that. That would be awesome. And then you guys can talk. I think I named them specifically. Let me double check. I think I named one trading. Let me double check. Yeah, one is the lounge hangout. So that's that's just more than I would say non-trading related, but yeah, sometimes you have overlap. It doesn't really matter, I guess. And then trading voice channel, the trading channel, and then a back. So I created three channels: back tests, trading, and the lounge hangout. Um, yeah, I see me solo in the channel for hours and no one gonna join. Well, I'm streaming right now, my friend, so I can't join you. But hey, listen, I'm sure if we keep on using it and making it known to people, then we can get it up and running. I think it's nice to have it. Yeah. Then if you're by yourself, you're by yourself. Successful people have no issues being by themselves. I still remember when I started streaming, like, oh my God, if no one watches, how am I going to feel? And I thought it's not going to affect me, but it did affect me a little bit. Um, are you in? Is it working? Oh, there's no one in right now. I don't see. Yeah, we'll check it. You can check it out. Let me know if it's something. But yeah, that's I can mention it more often and maybe make it more of a thing. Like, hey, listen, guys, whoever wants to hang out, feel free to hang out in the trading channel or the lounge channel, whatever you want, or backtest channel, and you can communicate and you know do things together. But I think that's nice. Yeah. Also, what I can do when New York opens, or maybe pre-market or after stream, they listen. Maybe send a message once in a while and to point out that the opportunity is there because I haven't really. It's just there, but I never really actually mentioned it, or I don't really give it any exposure. But yeah, we can do that. But we need some. We need to find some friends from for chaos. Who wants to join chaos? He doesn't want to be alone. No, it's okay. We'll see. Yeah. Well, I'm sure Metha will join you there. I'm sure he will. He will be. He will hang out there. I don't think he will be discriminated there like he is discriminated on YouTube. But it's actually he's very special because he's the only one in live chat. So he says, "Yeah, I don't know why." I said, "Well, you're special." I don't think there's anyone else that I miss messages of if I go to top chat. I think it's only. Sometimes I check to see if there's more people, but it's the safest for me just to be in live chat to make sure that I don't miss his messages and maybe other people's as well. I don't know. He still hasn't figured out why they have put him there. But I welcome everyone. Oh, that's so nice. Well, you should have nice, have a complimentary drink and a welcome team and stuff like that. Should I maybe call it the chaos room? Hey, that's actually a nice room, the trading chaos room. You know chaos? What's your name on? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I know. What do you want? But I like the chaos trading room. Oh, I didn't start the poll. Do you want me to? Well, yeah. Okay. I think it's nice to give it a little bit of a special name, but oh, oh, guys, I'm gonna move back to the bush. By the way, an eco reef. He has been working on project saving rhinos, and so he's been sharing. We're gonna move the discussion to, but I'm so happy that I'm going to move back to the bush. Um, so chaos. Should I call it the Prisco trading room? Do you want that, or you want chaos trading room? I don't think if people read trading the chaos trading, there might not be. They might not. They might think, oh my god. Um, okay, for now I will call it the Prisco trading room. It's your room. The German. As, hey guys, it's gonna be Germans gonna invade it, but I think they welcome everyone now. Yeah, I'll change it to Prisco trading room. Let me do that. The Prisco trading room. Everybody calls it trading room, so we're gonna. How can I change the name? Edit channel. Oh, I made a mistake. I see. There you go. You got your own room here. Okay. Yeah, Richard was asking about the trade. Hold on. Let me get back to the trade. Let me go to the 15 minutes. So, yeah, yesterday, well, it was this move right here, right? So, remember I was saying I'm not interested in long. I think the range is too extended. I think we need to go lower to go higher again. So, um, I'll go to the 5. I need more. It's too big like this. I need to see a little bit more levels. I think a market order. What time is this? Oh, I need to go to the 1 minute. It's I'm sorry, guys. I need to go to the 1 minute to see the levels because it was very time based. Hold on. Yesterday it was 9:45. Here we go. No. Yeah. It was. either here or here. I market ordered in. I think it was this one here though. 25. Yeah, I think it was this one here. 1009. Yeah, I think it was 1008. 1008, 1009. I got in here. I market ordered in. We had a market structure shift here, right? We went, or I should say CISD. I think it was 10. Yeah, I waited for this 1008 here. 1008 here, and then I up to here. So this was the trade. 1008 somewhere here in this candle. I got in. Put my stop there, and then I traded it up to the opening range gap here somewhere. I got out at, I think I traded, yeah, I got out at, I think it was 1016. Somewhere here. Yeah, I just got off here. Very safely. I just traded up to the opening range gap. That's it. But it went lower though. Um, I think didn't I take it a little bit lower? Yeah, I think somewhere. I think I took it off here somewhere. Don't remember, but it was. I think it was a little bit more than 117 points. I think it was 100. I said 140, but I could be wrong. I have to check. Somewhere between 20 and 40 points. So this was the range, but I'm sure I market ordered in this area here after this. After this candle, I market ordered in here. But I was already looking for the short, right? You know that I was already saying I'm not interested in long. I'm not interested in long. So I was waiting for confirmation. Um, yeah. Okay, let's look at the. But this was just a slow grind up. I mean, I didn't take any of this move. Okay. Oh, we're in the macro, by the way. Oh, is the short coming? Well, the short buy is again. You know my. Uh, I still like the short, but I did 700. Okay, let's see if we can have a spike up, and I'll position myself for. I think it's going to be short in the 350 macro, but I could be wrong. Am I want to? It was horrible. Yeah, I didn't take the move up. Now also here, I'm like, yeah. Let's see if it wants to go a little bit higher before going lower. See, it's hard to position yourself in at price. Like, oh, this was the nice trade though. In here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in just 30 points. Seven four one. Okay, let's see. If it gets up here, I'll market order in for a short. The range is so small now. I really, I mean, I like the 760 level, but I don't like how it's behaving. I want to see if it wants to get back up here. Maybe 4 o'clock opens up here. Then I might take it down. If it goes without me, it goes without me. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. It's just such a small range. There'll be better trades today, guys. I don't like the spottiness, how it's printing. It sort of like looks to me like it will gap a lot of back and forth and go like this wickiness. It's just um, okay. We tap into this end dog, so yeah. My entry should have been exactly at 3:30. Yeah, that should have been my entry up to here. That's it. This should have been the trade, but I was not focused up to here. It's still just 40 points. It's just not 50 points. Not. Yeah, I mean it's I don't like how it moves. We're gonna wait. I think we'll have we'll have better trade maybe later today. It's bullshit. So yes, our trader, that slow grind up, but you know it was. I have to journal it, but um, it's okay to be in it when you're not watching it, right? So if you can turtle soup it and have a very tight stop loss, and then you sort of like get in, and let's say you have only one micro and just like a 5 point stop loss, and you just let it run. But once it's going higher, and almost like we had a very large 1 hour wick, so I thought maybe um, So what I was thinking, so this was that was this move right on the 1 hour. So once we were here, so this is a slow grind up. In hindsight, it doesn't look like it, but I was thinking at some point that was my idea. Maybe we want to go a little bit deeper into this wick here, and then go higher. Um, so yeah. So but once it's going, it's like, yeah, where do I enter, right? It's like, okay, how do I enter? If you miss this entry here, but it's actually order block retest beautifully back into the end of. It's sort of very clean in a way in hindsight, right? But then I was like, yeah, let's do another short, then go long. But by the time I was like, it was already here. I'm like, oh, okay, well, am I going to enter? It's already here. No point in taking it. So, but hey, I mean, you had to be bullish yesterday, right? I mean, there was no point. It was just a short to go up again. It was simple because we're on a market maker buy side. Clearly, it was just a retracement. But then again, yeah, I was looking for a long, but I thought we'd go one more leg lower, or it's just one more manipulation move, I should say. But yeah, I think ICT goes over that price action in his last lecture, so I'm definitely gonna watch that. And it was a clear on that lower time frame cell model that was finalized. So uh, you can see it here. Buy side, sell side, and then back up. Original consolidation, no bodies below it, no, and also using the opening range gap, right? Going back to the 930 price, it was actually very clean. It was actually in hindsight, but it's always easy in hindsight. But we always learn we improve and learn in hindsight. Next time, you know, um, I might take it, but I don't want to watch it. I don't want to sit behind my computer behind such a slow grinder. Mm, yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Do we have AMD? Are we forming AMD? No, I think we're still forming, right? What do you guys think? Nah, still not interested. It's too spotty for me. Uh, why is my poll not starting? Every time I start and it doesn't go. An error occurred. Add option. Create bullish, bearish accumulation. My bias is. Why is it not working? Bullish, bearish accumulation. Start poll. An error. I've got an error. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Bias. I'm just gonna do one word. I don't know why it's not taking it. Bias. Bullish. Bearish. Accumulation. Okay, let's see if I get an error. I think it's a YouTube or something because I think it's a YouTube error. Yeah, it just keeps on giving me an error, so it's not me. Okay, forget about it. I can't do a poll. It just keeps on giving error messages. Did I close the previous one? Yeah, I did, right? Yeah, it's closed. I don't know. Let me give one more. Start Q&A. Start a poll. Bias. Maybe I'll just do two, bullish, bearish, not three options, but bearish, start call. No, I think it's a YouTube thing. It's not working. Okay, it's YouTube. It's the first time actually that it doesn't work. So okay, 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's seeing some speed coming now. It's okay. 0.5. Let's see if we can make it up all the way to 740-ish, or maybe, yeah, 750, 740-ish. I would like to see that level and then see how it reacts in this area. AI, yeah. Yeah, so Mr. Chaos, the channel is now called, have you seen it? Frisco Trading Room welcomes everyone. How did I name it? Yeah, Frisco Trading Room welcomes everyone. That's the name of the trading room now. So I'm sure we'll get you some friends. So you don't have to be lonely in your trading adventure. Okay, guys, anyone here who wants to join Chaos in the room later on or whenever? It's a little bit it's a little bit quiet today. Well, I'll join you after pre-market prep. Don't worry. So it depends when it is sort of like, okay, the goal of pre-market prep is either to find a trade in pre-market and be done. If I don't succeed in that, then I try to succeed from the open until 9:45. If I can't achieve that, it depends. Then I wait for after 10 o'clock sometimes. So it really depends. But the focus is to have a trade as quickly as possible and be done. And then actually either not, sort of like, so the point is not to have to look at the market in the sense of trade it. So, the lesser I trade, the more money I make. It's just how it is. So but I still, don't worry, I still want to look at tape read. So, but I might not trade my live accounts or my accounts anymore, or just paper trade the rest of the day. Or I have more accounts, obviously, but um, yeah, but the focus is to be done. But it sort of like depends on how my day goes. So that's why I was a little bit upset that my account wasn't open, and I had a very, very nice opportunity very early, because it hasn't happened the whole week. I wasn't able to find a clean trade like that and be done at 9:36. That makes me really happy. Then I'm like, okay, 100 points, 9:36, I'm done. It's just money's made for the day. I'm okay. Whatever happens, happens. So it depends. It could be a long wait, but I'll definitely hop in. Richard was yesterday. What's going on? Because I was really upset. He says, "What's going on with you?" And I had no. Yesterday, I didn't have any video on pre-market prep because I washed my hair and I didn't have hot water yesterday morning. Someone had to come by to for the replacement of the gas containers. And so I was like, you know what? And my house was a mess, and like, I'll do a stream without. The plan was, I was like, you know what? I think we can get a quick trade today. So I was like really eager to get a to get that trade in, preferably pre-market or at the open. And so I was like really like, like my account didn't open, and I was like, and I know there was no video, so I know I could like, uh, I know nobody was seeing how I was reacting, but obviously, so I think I let myself go a little bit more than I regularly do because I know, you're aware that you're on stream. I still am myself mostly, but and Richard was like, "What's going on with you?" And it sort of made me think, "Oh yeah, maybe I was just making more noise than I regularly do. I was really annoyed." Marco, is this your living? And do you have a daily? No, I don't have a daily profit target. I don't want to limit myself. But what I do, is that I do stop. Well, no, let me rephrase it. I try to stop. I have rules that don't allow me to trade my account if I have a certain loss. But I don't want to limit myself um, with profit targets. But I do, if I have like a good trade, like I say in pre-market prep, I have one account that I make it 100 points on. I don't touch that account anymore. But if the market is still very favorable, I would use another account to take another move, for example. But it's just one trade. Then I try to get the most out of that trade on that account and just don't touch it anymore. Because the more I stay in the market, the more, I don't know, for some reason it's a psychological thing, but obviously when there's more opportunity, I can always I then use other accounts to bank on more. But also the same rules apply. I try to have only one trade in New York AM session then, right? And not anything else, and max out that trade as much as possible. Have one trade, preferably over 100 points. I try just to frame 100 points or more. Um, and that's it then for per account. That's what I'm trying to do. So, but if that one trade gives me more than, so I don't want to, I never, you don't want to limit yourself to profit, but I think the more important is you want to limit yourself to loss. I think that's more important. And also if you have a good trade, be content with enough, right? Just be content with enough. So that that eval or that funded is done for the day. Boom, no more touching. It really helps me train my discipline. Um, yeah, I need rules. I need very strict rules to keep myself in check. Oh, by the way, it's a long already. Shit, I'm not focused, guys. Yeah, I think we're done to the downside. I think this is it. Um, 740. I missed the trade. Um, but yeah, I live off. I have to live off trading. Yes, it's my income. So yes, I have a mentorship on the side now as well. But that's not. That's just a few students. I just only take a few students because it's very intensive for me. But I like doing it. It's how I like to do it. It's very personal. Um, with those few students, I have a lot of contact all day long. But yeah, that's a little bit of the side. But that's it. Mainly, it's my trading. I don't think YouTube counts as income. YouTube ads really are really not much. So, did anyone get into a long? I missed it. I was talking and I'm a little bit. I'm sort of like, in all honesty, guys, I'm already a little bit in my mind. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna. I think I want to trade around the New York Open. It's sort of like in the back of my mind a little bit now. So I'm okay to miss this move being Friday. Um, yeah. So you see the spottiness, and they go back up to maybe go further down a little bit, but I would rather let this play out and have more intel and then prepare for the last bit of Friday, because then it also gives more insight. We're at the end of the week. Let's have a look at the weekly, by the way, quickly. And then I think I'll just let it go for now, because I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm too focused to trade now. Um, so it's a totally different approach for pre-market prep. I really hunt. It's really for me. It's only trading. Trading. It's only for very aggressively. Very. I want to be fast, and it's totally different approach than I have in London. Yeah. So I'm still looking at this area. So I wonder. Um, I do believe that we are going to have buy side through this and close above. I think, but I could be totally wrong. We only have sell side going through here on the weekly, right? So I do believe I have a long bias for the end of the day. Um, if I go back, so remember this red box, right? These markings are wrong on the weekly though. Let me show you on the daily. Oh no, it's correct now. I think he. Oh no, on the daily and on the weekly they're incorrect. So here you can see the red box. We are going over the weekly high. So I do think we're going to get a TGI. Now I don't know if we're going to get a TGIF, but I do think we're going to take out the weekly high today. That's what I think. But again, Friday is always a surprise. But we're at 90% here. We're going lower. I believe lower to go higher. Take out these highs. So we make a new high. The question is, are we going to get a TGIF, meaning a retracement into the range today already, or are we just going to extend higher and maybe Asia or an open Sunday will give that retracement? That's the only thing. I am not sure if we are going to get a proper TGIF today, but I think we're going to take out these highs. I hope so. That would be really, but it looks very easy, right? What do you guys think? Yeah, I would love it if they could go lower to 29,700. I would love to see that if the market is able to go a little bit lower. Um, on the other hand, guys, thinking about this, look at this gap here. We have a lot of business here as well. An older one, right? This is yesterday's gap. This could be the TGIF, the area, so higher to go lower. Um, Yeah, we just have to see. I mean, I think after 7 o'clock it'll be more. So actually, I don't want it to go much lower. I hope they leave this for later on. That would be actually better. But I would love. It would be nice maybe to see a retest here somewhere and go higher. Um, what are you guys thinking? It's not about it's not about a feel. It's about is there buy side and sell side in it? Um, so yeah. So for now, see, we're in this 4 hour. We're still in this 4 hour city. Um, I think it's going to consolidate a lot. Anonymous giraffe long from 99760. Um, I like this level here. We'll see. Okay, we'll see, guys. This gal gonna go. I didn't go to my beach yesterday because I had to wait for the gas guy. And then I had to take a shower. So now I am going to do a little bit of a beach walk. Um, and then pre-market prep. I'll see you at 8:50, maybe a little bit earlier today. Um, see if there's anything else we can do a little bit earlier. And then Mr. Prisco, yeah, if you're in the room, I'll see if I can join you. Because it's Friday, maybe we can hang out together, a couple of us, on the Friday, just in the lounge or maybe in the trading room, just to see. If there's nothing to trade, maybe we can just hang out on a Friday, just say bye bye. I'll just go over the market a little bit. Then we could do that. So yeah. So pre-market prep, I'll see you at 8:50 or a little bit earlier. And Prisco trading room open for today. We'll just hang out a little bit and just, if there's nothing to trade, we'll just, see if everything is working correctly. And maybe for next week, we can give it more exposure. I think it's nice. I think I like it. So you don't have to go alone through your sufferings. Yeah, we'll find you a few friends. I'm sure we will. But yeah, any more question, guys? Yeah, I'm just not interested in, you can tell I'm just not really focused on trading. This doesn't interest me too much. I would rather let this play out, whatever it wants to do. We've got yeah, this looks, Asia high looks very juicy. I mean, this is very, very nicely. So, I don't know. Um, I definitely think there's room for higher, but the only question is when. When is time ready to go? And I think we just need to wait a little bit longer for that move. Um, Just be patient. But it'll come. Yeah, I definitely think we'll make a new high, weekly high though. We don't have to be careful. The thing you have to be careful, you want to be careful with. We could go into TGIF straight. Let's say if it takes out this high, right? This is probably a Monday high. Yeah, this is Monday high. It doesn't need to take out all the highs. It could literally just take out this high or reject here even. Let's say it just spikes up here or reject here and then go into TGIF mode. So you always want to be aware. It can go into TGIF anytime. Once it goes into TGIF, the objective, you want to be very careful. Don't expect too large moves anymore. It just goes, it ranges, it goes back into the range. And then maybe you have like, I don't know who journals, but sometimes if you journal, you can see, especially if you use opening range gap, it doesn't even leave the opening range gap the whole Friday. It just goes back and forth into the gap all day long. So let's say it does take out this during pre-market while I'm on the beach, um, it might be very bad for us because then it might already retrace. So there's always like possibilities. But let's hope we get a nice move in pre-market. Oh, Martijn, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. That's very interesting. I'm gonna check that straight away. Thank you. If we're at EQ, that's very important. Yeah. You mean the IPTA levels, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't checked that out. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Let me switch everything off, and then we go to the IPTA level. Oh, that's a very good point, Martijn. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. Not only IPTA 20, IPTA 20 and 40, right? You see? Well, that makes me more bullish, actually. That actually makes me more bullish, but we'll see. Um, you're not only looking, it's also the 40 day EQ. But then again, Martijn, look here, we've been going back and forth over it anyway. So, but this one here, it does look it's rejecting here, right? Let's see. Nah, I would mark the midpoint of this. I think this one is important as well. Um, you don't want to go lower than this area. Let's see how. Well, I do like 700 though. We'll see. That's why I want to look at pre-market a little bit later on, see how price is behaving. But yeah, this is good information. Thank you for pointing it out. Appreciate that. But it's funny to see now that the 20 and the 40-day IDA are exactly the same. But also remember, ICT has been pointing out to this order block here. And this line, sort of like the low, is let's say is the open price of this. And I think we retested this anyway. Um, so we're sort of like, this is that order block, the retest area. So I would say we have retested it. We went below it, but it didn't, we inverted this. But it needs to go over this area because this is that suspension block area. That's why we're accumulating in this range, right? Because it's exactly between those two levels of importance. So Martijn, I thank you for pointing it out because if we do go lower from here, then I would definitely not be bearish anymore, bullish anymore. But if we stay above this area and we start going in here, then it's too bullish. I mean, it's just I don't know. But hey, listen, it's Friday. Friday tends to I can have three scenarios, and there's always a number four that surprises me, and I keep journaling them. Like, okay, interesting. I didn't see that one coming, and that's only on Friday. Because normally, if I have three scenarios, A, B, or C, one of them works out, right? But not on Friday. They always have a surprise. It's like what are these how do you call those the chocolate candy? They always have like a surprise inside, like a little present. Yeah, I know. He pointed it out in every. I do look at it, but I know it's very exact. I know. Yeah. So Martijn, let me ask you this: are you bearish then? Oh yeah, you're done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the short. It was a nice short, but too slow for me to take it. But yeah. But you're not bearish for the rest of the day, are you? Or are you? I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so thank you for pointing out the 20 and the 40 day. I normally look at it every day, but I totally forgot. So thank you for that. Okay, I got you. Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, you took the short to go up. Yeah. Lower to go higher. Yeah, I agree. Okay, guys. For me, it's waiting for more information. I can see it go a little bit lower, maybe retest this order block and maybe even here, but I prefer to leave this open, maybe for the TGIF. If it goes too low and then higher, it sort of like takes, but then we could get a range day to the upside, but I don't think so. I don't think it doesn't look like we're going to get a trend day to the upside, but it could, always can. Um, Yeah, we'll just wait for more information. So pre-market preppers will be ready for 8:50. Briscoe, I'll see you later today in the room. We'll open up. We'll have the opening of the Briscoe trading room today. Okay. It might just be the two of us, but who cares? We'll see. I'm sure this will be a few people will come hop in, but anything else, guys? Then, for those that I don't see anymore today, I wish you a very, very good weekend. I hope you enjoy. Hope you recharge. Whatever you're going to do, enjoy. And Monday, so I have to go 17th of August, 17th of July. What day is that, by the way? Oh, it's on a Friday. I have to go. My car is to go for a service. So that will take me all morning. Most likely, I won't be back until the New York AM session. Pre-market prep will be fine, but so that's next Friday. That's in a week. That's just Friday. And the 11th of August, I've got my driving test. So those are 2 days that I won't be doing in London. But besides that, I'll be here every day. Okay, guys. You know where to find me in the Discord. Hey, if you have time and looking for a trade, come join us in the Pritzco trading room. Yeah, that's it for now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being part of the channel and just hanging out. And see you today or next week. Ciao, ciao.